Sisters, this is your boy Broja coming at you with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Tonight, we're going to take a trip down memory lane in the journey guide and take a look at our favorite robotic friend, R2D2. So, I did this event a long time ago, and there has been a major rework to Darth Vader, which completely changes um, the difficulty of this event. Um, so I have Vader beefed a little bit after the rework, so it's going to make this event look really easy. But as I'm about to explain, I actually didn't have a terribly beefed up squad to begin with when I did it. So for this event, to get 7 stars, you only need to have 7-star Empire characters. So you don't have any power requirements, relic requirements, anything like that. Just need to have 5 Empire characters, all 7-star. Now, they do recommend that you have Gear Tier 9, ability level 7, so you don't even have to have your abilities Omega and Zeta, and Mark 5 mods, which you're probably going to have for the most part. Anyway, but that's it. So as we get into it here, you're going to see that my squad is fairly light. It's a little bit beefier now than it was when I did the event probably 2 years ago. But the biggest improvement is going to be on Darth Vader. So this is the same team that I used back when I did the event the first time. The only changes are in the top 3 tunes here. So Snowtrooper and Grand Moff Tarkin, I haven't touched them at all since I did the event. And you see I have them at Gear 8. If I remember right from the first screen, it was saying that recommended Gear 9. Nah, I didn't do that. Grand Admiral Thrawn is currently a 9. When I did this event, he was an 8. Palpatine is currently an 11. When I did the event, I can't remember if I had him as a 9 or a 10. I think maybe a 10. Otherwise, like a 9 plus 3 or 4. But the biggest one here is going to be Vader. So Vader I had as a Gear 10, and just some 5-dot mods on him, obviously, instead of 6-dot mods. But the biggest difference is going to be since the rework last year. And that rework was really just one. Well, I mean, they made some minor ones, but the big one that everybody cared about was this Merciless Massacre ability. You've all gone up against Vader. You all have probably Vader. You all know that this is the game-changing ability for Darth Vader. So when you kick in the Merciless Massacre, it puts a merciless target on everyone in your opponent's squad, and Vader just starts whooping some rear end, just like he did in the end of the Rogue One movie. So this ability by itself single-handedly changes this event. The Rebel Squad is going to go ahead and still hit me first, as we're going to run through my mods real quick. My mods are really weak, except for Vader. These mods were the same mods that I had on him back when I did it, except that they were 5-dot instead of 6-dot. Just Vader was my most powerful in this group, and he still is. But even still, at this point, I only have half of them as 6-dot. The others are still 5-dot. And as far as how I modded this group, I didn't mod this group specifically for this event. As a matter of fact, I didn't mod this group specifically for anything. Much like I talked about in the C3PO video, I took the basic recommended mod sets and just applied them to these tunes. So speed and crit chances, what they recommended, that's what I've got. Emperor Palpatine, same thing, speed and potency. That's what I've got, potency and speed. Now this is where it starts to get fun. This is where I really show that these tunes are terrible. And how they ever defend in territory war and hold off the opposition like they do from with some regularity. I'll never know because you're going to see I have a bunch of mods that aren't even rarity. Uh, they're not rarity 5. They're not. Um, they're level 1. I have on this set, yeah, I've got some B mods and some D mods. But again, speed and crit chance. And this one's not even a correct set. It's got 5 speed and 1 crit chance as opposed to 4 speed and 2. So just a terrible, terrible mod set. Here we go. Here's another one that's not great at all. Again, they wanted speed and potency. I've got that this time, so at least I don't have the extra meaningless speed on here like I did on Thrawn. But again, you see a level 1. And they're all over the map. We've got E, we've got D, we've got C, and then we've got an A just randomly in there. Excuse me. And then Snowtrooper, again, really, I have 2 level 1 E's, 2 level 15 E's, and then 2 level 15 A's. Makes no sense at all. It's just I threw on what I needed to get the event done, and that was it. So again, it's don't let the galactic power fool you for this squad, 92,000. It's really just all in Vader and Palpatine. The rest of them don't really matter. We're going to jump into this event, and all that we're waiting for in this event is for Vader's turn to go. Once it's Vader's turn to go, we win. So, due to some RNG, they might take out some of my tunes. They might take out Snowtrooper or Moff Tarkin. They might even take out Thrawn. Probably not, but they might take out a couple of 1 or 2 tunes before I get a chance to go. But once it's Vader's turn, I win. So this event, like I said, changed drastically with the Merciless Massacre. So I talked about the RNG a little bit, and they stunned Vader right out of the gate. So I didn't get to just apply Merciless Massacre and go to town. I'm having to wait a little bit. So let's try to apply some mass stun. And just because I like shooting solo. And I'm upset that Merciless Massacre isn't there. Just in case I have to have this go a little bit longer than I would like. I don't want his damage hitting me. Alright, so we should have Merciless Massacre. Now, normally when I'm using Vader, I like to use his Force Crush first, and then his Merciless Massacre. But because they kind of annoyed me and stunned him right out of the gate, and Snowtrooper is gonna go by the wayside as soon as I let them take a turn, which with RNG might happen, I'm gonna hit the Merciless Massacre first and kind of go out of order. I like to do it that way just because of how the cooldowns work. So this is reusable in 5 turns. This is reusable in 4. So when I use this, then this, now I get the Saber Toss, and this will come back exactly 1 turn before the Saber Toss. So then I can Saber Toss at the end of the Merciless Massacre and get an extra attack when it's all said and done. I'm not going to need that in this case, so we're just going to go ahead and apply the Merciless Massacre. We're going to go ahead and we'll just leave it on R2 and do the Force Crush there, because then we're going to Saber Toss Luke, see you bye, and then we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to Leia. This is where I would normally like to have my abilities in those orders. They'd all be 1 less with this Force Crush ready to go, because then I could just finish the squad off while the Merciless Massacre is up. I'm not going to be able to do that this time, but that's okay because there isn't anything left for them to do to me. So we're going to go ahead and do the Force Crush, get rid of 2. Oh, R2D2 survived, but alright, not a big deal. take care of R2 here in just a second. We're gonna toy with them a little bit just because I'm still upset about them stunning Vader right out of the gate and making my video look bad. So that's it. Now with the rework on Vader a year ago, this event is no longer difficult. All you have to do is get Vader, get Merciless Massacre, Zeta it, and this event is yours. So until next time, remember, expendable might be in our name, but none of you are expendable to me.